My SaaS, RB2B, just crossed 7 million ARR with only 2 customer-facing employees, and AI handles 85% of our customer interactions across 60,000 users. And after building and exiting my first company, Robly, for $10 million, then bootstrapping Retention.com to $25 million in revenue, plus witnessing dozens of other software companies being started, I honestly think RB2B might be one of the most efficient SaaS businesses ever built. So in this video, I'm gonna break down the entire funnel that generates this revenue, show you every step from the first impression all the way to the paying customer, and explain exactly how we use AI to run this entire operation with a tiny team. Let's dive in. Here's the full funnel overview. Here's what makes RB2B different from most SaaS companies. Most founders think scaling means hiring more salespeople, more support reps, and more account managers. We took the opposite approach. We built systems that handle the majority of customer interactions so the humans on our team can focus on improving those systems instead of doing repetitive work. Let me walk you through every single step of our funnel with actual numbers to back it up. Step 1 is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the foundation of everything we do. I write 4 posts per week, and one of those promotes a weekly live show. I have someone named Alec who helps me with idea generation, editing, and keeping everything on schedule. Over the last 12 months, I've generated around 16 million impressions on LinkedIn, which works out to about 1.3 million impressions per month. Here's why LinkedIn works so well for us. Our target audience is B2B SaaS founders, marketers, and salespeople. They're already on LinkedIn every day doing their jobs. And because I build in public and share the real messy process behind running a company, my content resonates with people who are going through the exact same challenges. The key to LinkedIn for who are going through the transparent. I talk about layoffs, churn problems, and strategies that failed, things most founders would never share publicly. And that's exactly why my content cuts through the noise. When everyone else is posting polished corporate content, being genuinely vulnerable becomes an unfair advantage. Step 2 is cold email, ads, SEO, and YouTube. While LinkedIn drives most of our traffic, we've layered on 4 additional channels that have been growing steadily. Cold email, we send around 165,000 cold emails per month. Taylor Heron runs this for us. A portion of our campaigns target cold leads, and for the other part, we use our own software, RB2B, to identify people who visit our website and then follow up with them while they're still thinking about us. That's why our cold email converts so much better than traditional outbound. One of our campaigns converts at around 10%, which is crazy for an email campaign, but we can do that because we're emailing people who literally just visited our site. We spend about $10,000 per month on retargeting ads across LinkedIn, Meta, and YouTube. These aren't cold acquisition campaigns. We're retargeting people who already knew about us, who visited the site, and who've engaged with my content. Our LinkedIn click-through rate is around 7%, which is way above the industry average of 0.5%. Founders converted around $68 per sign-up, which is solid for our price point. Ali from Understory runs this for us. Sam Dunning from Breaking B2B handles our SEO. In just 6 months, our non-branded clicks are up 43% and our non-branded traffic is up 70%. We're now ranking on 164 high-value keywords, up from 44 when we started, and our organic traffic hitting our sign-up page is up 200%. SEO's a long game, but it's compounding fast. We started taking YouTube seriously around 4 months ago, and it's already driving sign-ups. I work with Samu, who writes scripts and handles editing for those videos, like the exact video you're watching now. My workflow only takes about 1 hour per week. I have a running ideas doc. Samu picks a topic, then writes a script based upon my existing content. I record it, then he edits. This way, we're using YouTube to repurpose LinkedIn content, so we're getting more mileage out of the same ideas. Step 3 is Unfuck My Startup Live. Every Tuesday, we host a live show called Unfuck My Startup. It's an interview show where I bring on founders and go-to-market experts. My co-host, Pete Crowley, and I focus on tactics that actually work today for early stage founders. We average around 250 live attendees, and when we have a guest or heavy promotion, we can hit up to 750. The show serves multiple purposes. Number 1, it builds community. Number 2, it positions RB2B as a thought leader in the B2B SaaS space. Number 3, it gives our audience a reason to keep coming back every week. And number 4, we have a pitch slap segment where guests pitch their products to the audience and book demos right there on the spot. We promote the show through my LinkedIn posts and our newsletter. The newsletter has around 50,000 subscribers, and we use Beehive for that platform. Every free RB2B signup gets added to the newsletter automatically. We send the best performing LinkedIn post from the week before every Thursday, and then we drive people back to the comments on LinkedIn, which helps the post perform better, which spreads more awareness of me and gets more RB2B signups, which then gets more email subscribers. That's the flywheel. Step 4 is website traffic. All of this effort generates around 30,000 unique sessions per month at rbtob.com. That's people landing on our homepage, reading about the product, and checking the pricing page. But here's the thing most founders miss. 97% of website visitors leave without taking any action. They don't fill out forms, they don't request demos, they just browse and disappear. This is exactly the problem RB2B solves for our customers, and it's also the problem we solve for ourselves. We eat our own dog food. And by the way, if you're watching this and realizing you have the same problem, people visiting your website and disappearing without a trace, you can try RB2B completely free. Click the first link in the description and you'll start seeing names, LinkedIn profiles, and job titles within minutes. Now, let me show you what happens once those visitors land on our site. Step 5, we have an AI clone of me that answers 1,000 questions per month. Before someone even signs up for RB2B, they can talk to a clone of me on the site. We use a tool called Delphi AI to create this. It's trained on my content, my voice, and my knowledge about RB2B. When someone lands on our site from reading a post on LinkedIn, they have questions about pricing, SOC 2 compliance, how it works, whatever, they can ask quote unquote me directly. This handles about 1,000 conversations per month, and that's 1,000 potential sales conversations that would normally require a human. And that's because most of our leads come from my personal brand on LinkedIn, and people actually want to talk to me specifically. This clone handles that at scale. The reason this works for an influencer-led business is if your founder is the face of the company, people want to interact with that founder, but you can't physically talk to everyone who visits your website. AI clones bridge that gap. They answer the same questions I would answer in the same way I would answer them. Step 6 is free signups. Of those 30,000 monthly visitors, about 2,000 sign up for a free account. That's a 6.6% visitor to sign up conversion rate, which is high because our LinkedIn traffic is incredibly qualified. These aren't random people stumbling onto our site from a Google search. They're B2B SaaS founders who've been reading my content, who know what our B2B does, who are already interested. Our free tier is genuinely free. We give people 150 free credits to identify their website visitor. There's no credit card required to sign up, and it removes the friction and gives people the experience of value before paying. The same strategy got us to 1 million ARR in 6 weeks when we first launched. Step 7 is paid conversions. Of those 2,000 free signups, about 250 convert to paid each month. That's 12.5% free to paid conversion rate. The average customer pays around $230 per month. We gate access based on traffic and credits. Once someone uses the free credits, they see the value and they want more. The touchless conversion is key to our efficiency. We don't have a sales team calling people to upgrade. The product sells itself, and the AI handles any questions along the way. Step 8 is support tickets and AI resolution. After someone signs up, they interact with a completely different AI system. We use Intercom Fin for post-sign-up support. It handles around 1,000 support tickets a month. It resolves over 80% of those tickets without any human involvement. Fin works better than Delphi for support because Fin can see customer data directly from our app. It knows what plan someone on, whether they're out of credits, and what their account status is. So instead of giving generic responses, it answers with very specific context. Things like, I see you're on the Pro plan. You've used 147 of your 150 credits. Here's how to upgrade. Now, here's the secret to making AI support work, because most companies just flip on an AI chatbot and expect the magic, but that's not how it works. Your AI is only as good as the content you feed it. When we first launched, Fin was only resolving 25% of our tickets. Now it's above 80%. The difference is we built our knowledge base out properly. Frequently asked questions are everywhere. There's troubleshooting guides all over the place. We have change logs for every bug fix and feature release. Everything is documented incredibly meticulous. We have world-class documentation. Rob, our head of AI, spends his time improving Fin. He reviews tickets daily to make sure AI is saying what we want it to say. When it gets something wrong, he fixes the underlying content. Then AI gets smarter every single day. Step 9 is customer calls with me. Even with all this automation, I still talk to customers personally. Every Wednesday afternoon, I do 12 customer calls. I send an email to every customer who's been with us for 30 days and pays more than $250 a month and asks for 15 minutes. That's about 15% of our paying customers. So why do I do this? Even though we have AI, these calls aren't for support. They are there for learning. I want to understand what's working, what's frustrating people, and what we need to build next. You can't get that level of insight from a support ticket or an AI conversation. The customers who pay the most have the most valuable feedback. This is the one part of business I'll never fully automate. The relationship with customers at the top of the pyramid is too important. Step 10 is churn. Here's the ugly truth. We have about 200 customers cancel every month. This is the worst part of our business, and it's why we only net 50 new paid customers per month despite signing up 250. Churn's the thing that keeps me up at night, but here's the math and makes it still work. 250 new paid customers minus 200 churns per month equals 50 net new customers per month. If you do that for 23 months, that's a 7 million ARR business with 2 customer-facing employees. That's the power of building efficient systems. Now, if you want to start identifying your own website visitors and see who's actually browsing your site, you can try our B2B completely free by clicking the first link in the description. You'll be able to see the names, LinkedIn profiles, and job titles of the people visiting your website within minutes of installing a simple script. Again, it's completely free to get started. Just click the link below. And if you want to see how I'd scale a SaaS or AI business from 0 to 1,000 plus users if I started from scratch today, then watch this video next.